Hello, my name is Dale DuFay. I'm doing this video for Mary Hall, and it's about a swarm of earthquakes in the southwest corner of the island of Iceland. And it goes right along this mid-Atlantic ridge, they call it. And the ridge actually goes right through the island of Iceland and extends all the way south, almost clearly to Antarctica, 90 degrees south. And it does extend all the way beyond 90 degrees north, actually. And it's amazing because it extends. And this is one area on Earth where it's been proven that this is a separation fault line where it actually separates approximately 1 inch per year. But this is a whole swarm that started this morning, and each of them, they range from 1.7 to 4.5 on the Richter scale, so they're not too serious. But this is basically an area that's constantly separating, and sometimes there's earthquakes and sometimes there's not. It's basically a constant earth movement, and it's amazing that it extends so far, like basically 1 inch a year. And there were some that, here's the fault line here going through a known fault line that separates, goes right through the island. Here's where that swarm was this morning. And here's a picture of that same area. And this is, again, continuously separating 1 inch a year through there. So basically, in our lifetime, it's separated about 5 feet so far, depending on how old you are. But here again, showing it, this is a known area. There's no, if they assume there's subduction zones elsewhere, because mainstream mainstream geologists assume that the Earth remains a static size. But Mary and I postulate, just like other geologists have in the past, that the Earth as a whole expands as it ages. And this is one area where it proves that happens, and quite extensively. Look at that. Again, that's, 60 years, you're talking 5 feet. And that's one area on Earth we know for sure, geologists can agree on. But again, these German geologists back in the 30s postulated that the Earth expands. And perhaps that Pangea was the size of Mercury and expanded, thus, adding the water as it grew to its current state. And of course, obviously, it's still growing. And that's why we feel the earthquakes and have volcanoes. But here, these geologists postulated back in 1933 that this was a possibility. Of course, they weren't. Nobody listened to them. But why not? Why wouldn't the Earth grow as it ages, as a whole? But again, this swarm is quite extensive, and it goes right through the Mid-Atlantic ridge. So it's amazing, and you can see that clearly on Google Earth. We can see it here. It goes right down here's the 90 degrees north. Right here is 90 degrees north, and you can see it goes beyond that and extends through the island of Iceland, right where the swarm is, and then down, all the way down to Antarctica. It's fascinating. And this is where the Earth separates east and west. And there's other areas where it's very obvious that the separation is north and south. So basically, you could picture the Earth being like a balloon. As it ages, it just simply grows and adds more water. So that's an amazing postulation, and it's no doubt very, very true. And that's why we get the earthquakes and volcanoes. Of course, there's many volcanoes in Iceland as well. So thank you for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Mary's Fine channel.